Chris Hughes has waited 13 years to do this, apply for top secret security clearance so he can get the Transport Canada job he was denied in 2006. On top of that, he's won a record $518,000 human rights settlement from the federal agency, reduced to $353,000 after deductions, and paying off debts that mounted because he was rejected for other federal jobs that followed.
They forced me into poverty. I lost everything. I was going without food many days.
A former customs officer, Hughes was the top contender for a top secret job based here at Canadian Forces Base Esquimalt. He had applied to Transport Canada to become a marine intelligence analyst, a position created after 9/11 to identify and track potential maritime threats to the West Coast. But during the job interview, he revealed he suffered from depression. Interviewers erased his very good scores, and he says he was blacklisted.
I was screened out based on negative stereotypes on mental health.
Hughes says the rejections that followed drove him deeper into depression, left him virtually unemployable, financially ruined, homeless, forced to live out of a suitcase and couch surf. Last year, the Canadian Human Rights Tribunal agreed Hughes had been discriminated against due to a disability, his depression, and ordered Transport Canada to give Hughes the marine intelligence analyst job on the first reasonable occasion and without competition. Now, with the payout, Hughes is prepared to take on the job.
I need to be put back in the place I would have been but for the discrimination.
But while Transport Canada has finally paid out $518,000 gross to Hughes, it's now seeking to have that money clawed back, applying for a judicial review to overturn the settlement.
I think they've handled it over the last decade in a very vindictive manner and not very cost-effective for the taxpayer.
Hughes has launched his own challenge because the compensation ordered by the tribunal was for an arbitrary 5-year period. He wants it for the full 13 years he was denied the job, another $1 million+. Eric Rankin, CBC News, Victoria.